Coming into the season, we thought that Alabama's offensive line would be the number one strength of the team. Then we started to get concerned. Would it be the strength of the team after the way Alabama looked against South Florida? Not great. Well, then they went to Wisconsin and they took care of business. We're going to talk about the big nasties, what they mean to this team. Welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Let's talk a little bit of this offensive line during the off week and how important they are to this team. Brought to you by Pearl River Resort. And let's get this show started. Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide, and welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Guys, like and subscribe, and let's talk about this offensive line. Thumbs up, too, means Roll Tide. We knew going into the season that the offensive line should be much improved, but I felt like it would be the strength of this football team. They added Parker Brailsford, who my friend Clint Lamb from Cover Crimson says is the offensive MVP of the team. Yeah, more than Milroe, more than Ryan Williams. He just feels like he makes such a difference, calling out the defenses, snapping the ball, so strong up front. And he really does solidify that offensive line. When you talk about Tyler Booker, what he brings to the table, maybe the highest draft pick on this team, according to a lot of the experts, Jaden Roberts, Elijah Pritchett, who has been, out, came back. He's been really good. Gino Vandermark and Wilkin Formby have been rotating in. But this group is pretty deep, and they looked great against Wisconsin. Now, Coach Cap has to keep these guys away from the rat poison. Here's what he said about that and why it's so important to just stay grounded for these guys.
Yeah, obviously they felt a heck of a lot better after the game than they did the week before, but we're still not where we need to be. And the minute you start feeling good about yourself, right, you've heard the rat poison word around here, right? You got problems. A lot of the same people that were telling them they weren't any good are patting them on the back right now. None of that means anything. They know and we know what we got to do on a daily basis. So, great, we got better, but we're not where we need to be. It's not our standard. We got to continue to work.
There you go, Coach Cap talking to the media. He said, that's not our standard. We need to get better. Look, are you happy that the offensive line's gone out and put together a pretty good game? Yeah. But at the same time, for Alabama to improve, this group has to stay motivated. And think about the challenge that they have with Georgia coming in. Always one of the best defensive lines, always one of the best defenses. Last year, Alabama beat Georgia because they dominated up front. And this offensive line, which was definitely challenged by South Florida, has their work cut out for him. And he's exactly right. You have to stay grounded and motivated, or you're going to get beaten. And it's a week-to-week deal. But if this Alabama team's going to win a national championship, it's this offensive line that's going to have to lead the way. And whether that's opening holes for Milroe or Jam or Justice or whoever else to run the football, if that's giving Milroe time and not having, rushers in his face. We know that Milroe's limitations include what he does when there's a blitz in his face, right? Doesn't always make the best decisions. Sometimes runs backwards, makes mistakes, but a lot of quarterbacks are that way. No one wants to have that kind of pressure on him. The way that the offensive line played against Wisconsin, he had the time. He was also able to run the football. They did such a fantastic job. So as we move forward, this unit, I still think, is the most important unit on this football team. And for Alabama to reach the heights that they want to reach this year, it's going to take that. Now, I thought that Coach Cap's interview was interesting. He talked about, what he thought when Coach Saban retired. Another thing, though, is he was saying during the bye week that they've gone back and watched snap after snap, all the snaps. So they've basically broken down 3 different games, looking at every single snap and evaluating what the players did on those snaps. So that's why it's good to have an off week so early in the season. And now they have Georgia coming in next week. You know that the hype's going to be there. It's going to be an absolutely electric atmosphere. And for Alabama to have the success that they want, it's going to be up to this offensive line to give Jalen Milroe time to throw, and also to be able to open up holes for the running backs to exploit and run. You're going to have to run on Georgia to beat them. I mean, you're not going to be able to sit back there and throw every single play. Georgia's going to be motivated after the way that things went against Kentucky. But going to be fun. We'll keep an eye on it. Your comments. Do you think that the offensive line is the best group that Alabama has? Or do you think there's a better group? Do you think that there's a group that's more important to the team's success? I look back at, the 2012 team. They lost to Johnny Manziel. Their ability to run the football, they didn't utilize it early, but then eventually that offensive line led them to a championship. They had some things break their way, but that offensive line unit, we just kept saying, run the damn ball behind them, This offensive line, I think, has the ability to be special as well and to lead Alabama to a championship. So, that's kind of what you come to Alabama for, to win championships. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Short show today. Make sure that you check out Pearl River Resort, celebrating 30 years over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. They're great. They do so many awesome things. They've got the Timeout Sports Lounge and sports book right there in Golden Moon Casino. You can go play just like you're out in Vegas. Put money down on Bama, put money down on, the NFL. They've got all the games on their 20 big screen TVs, and they've got personal kiosks. They've also got a window if you need some help there as well. But that's Pearl River Resort. If you spend $50 at the sports book for $40 more, you can go to Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. It's the Augusta you can play. It's that good. Clubhouse is amazing. There's actually hotel rooms, that you can stay in the clubhouse. Did that last time I was there. It was awesome. I was upset that I had to leave so fast. Really enjoyed that, and I think you will as well. But two big acts coming, Scotty McCrary and Gary Allen, celebrating 30 years. A lot of really cool stuff at Pearl River Resort. Roll Tide, everybody.
To Pearl River Resort.